The Head is showing on Netflix to well to watch. This is Daniel Etimefion's first directorial debut, and I'm so much appreciative of the fact that he went all out. I don't understand why he was dancing the way he was dancing during the premiere of this film, because he knew he had gold in his hand. Number one, the reason why he named this film The Head, because he knows if you call it The Head, my problem with it. Number two, the movie was set in Ekiti. He's very, very smart, because he also knows that if he mistakenly mentions the North, game over. This movie is as controversial as it can get, and I love how they were very, very careful in the production process, even in the dialogue, to make sure that they did not implicate themselves, so the National Assembly no go committee for the Head, because they had that kind of thing our leaders see to decide on. Let's ban this. Now, I understand why this movie didn't necessarily get as much support as it was supposed to get, because it brought about a big conversation that everybody has been whispering about. I absolutely love this story. This story is a crime thriller. It talks about the kidnapping and its insecurity in Nigeria. Watch it. When I saw that it was showing on Netflix, I was surprised, because before Netflix buy the rights to any film again, see, they have to give us A+ level production. So I'm like, okay, but the fact that Netflix bought the rights for this film was something. But the real reason is because of the story in itself. It is talking about the current situation of the now. Literally, Donald Trump is literally in our matter, and this movie just highlighted that. Another beautiful thing again about this movie is how it did not involve any form of political association in said story. But at the same time, they still told out the story the most beautiful, pure, organic way possible. Watch The Head. Daniel Etimefion's the director that you are, the actor that you are, already spectacular. Now, to add this to your portfolio, I doff my hat to you. And you shouldn't be surprised, because he went to school in South Africa to study directing, art of filmmaking, something in that department. So I'm not necessarily surprised that, wow, his first film and he gave us gold. Watch The Head if you've not seen it. Amazing film. If I knew that this film was this good, I swear I forgot watch it for cinema just to support his ministry, because he deserves all of the accolades. The picture quality, the editing, the pace, it was transcendent. It suspended your disbelief. There was a lot of 1, 2, 3, especially when it comes to the action scene. But you know what? Because of how good the story is and how well it was told, we are going to ignore the inconsistencies and just keep it moving. Watch The Head. Netflix. Let's talk cars. First things first, now man you be. Just a man that wanted to survive. He was just a good man in general. He held it down. If we had multiple men like this, I feel Nigeria would be a better place to feel protected. I don't think women will be choosing the bear over the man. Do you get what I mean? And Etimefion's was absolutely spectacular. The fact that he played double roles. He was a director and he was also an actor in this film. This film was such a spectacular, amazing project. Etimefion held it down. He literally went into survivor mode. When push comes to shove must push. I don't know what that means, but you get it. Just watch The Head. Show it on Netflix. And then Etimefion's it's not again when I for dash you. He was that good. There should be a category in the MVC best emoting actor, because excuse me, when it comes to showing you raw real emotion, Genoveva come to the front. In this film, she was just a bride. Though. I was looking forward to her honeymoon. Go and shake things for her darling husband. But the devil had other plans. It's not God, because God has nothing to do with this. My daughter, I'm going to make you weep. You're smiling too much. You're even singing. How dare you? I'm gonna make you weep. And weep she did. I appreciate the fact that she held it together, because she would have been like, you know what? Shoot me right now. I don't care. I love the film. I love her emotions were in check. It was amazing. Watch The Head. I see they even interviewed some of those past victims, because it was too real, too organic, too authentic for you to not feel like you are in that same space, sharing that same experience with them. Amazing with her Adama character. She was genuine. Come on, this is what she's literally made for roles like this. Watch The Head on Netflix. Amazing. This is the second film now that I'm watching. Clearly, that first 10 minutes inside the film, something happens. What are we doing right now? Maybe she told me listen to our fine man. This man was just ready to just take off the bra of his wife on his wedding night, and I can't even continue. Watch The Head, you get the rest of the gist. Only Remy, he did a really good job. He was locked in. Like, he was really locked in. I liked him with this film, because at the point I'm like, what is going on with Remy? This one that he got married since, he's like, you know what? I'm like, since he got married, he's been looking less desirable. But in this film, baby boy was so desirable. That earring, the dreads, he was giving, take me, Teddy. Watch The Head. It's showing on Netflix. Amazing film. See, Linda Ihoma Ejiofor actually felt her pain, because she was dealing with two life-changing situations at a simultaneously. How she was able to cope, how she was able to survive, I have no idea. She played the name Gosi's wife. She played this character where she was Anosu. Anosu is outcast. Outcasts are termed to be cursed in the Igbo society. I want to know, is it the only people that believe in outcasts, the Osu system, or there are some tribes in Nigeria that believe it? And one thing about an outcast is that any bad thing or unfortunate events that befall said family, you will be blamed. They will say it's the cause of you being an Osu. This movie, they played into that a little bit. She got to a stage where you don't cry, tears just finish your eye. That usually happens, and she did a fantastic and a really good job in this. It's been long since I saw Lida Ejiofor in her element, and it was nice to see that she still got it. So watch the show on Netflix. Such a beautiful, inspiring, eye-opening film. You absolutely enjoy this project. This movie here, it delved into a lot of aspects of society, especially when it comes to the insecurity in Nigeria, how different people react to it, your family, your friends, your business partner, and the banks. Now, you see this auntie, oh, Chima, for not you. Someone is coming, give me my husband's money. He's been kidnapped, and you're asking, what do you want to use the money for? I for bite your nose, my Makachi. The banks are heartless. That's what I just told you. Nobody cares. She did a fantastic job. She was like in one scene. Watch her beautiful film. Nothing I'm buying. She is mom to go see in this film. I understand the dad's frustration. I understand the dad's behavior. He's a man, so they tend to move funny. But the mom, I'm trying to understand where the empathy went, where the motherly instinct and the motherly love went to. They are telling you that your son, they're about to behead this motherfucker, and you are worried. Like, I'm very confused. She was even way mean that the dad. I understand that when it comes to the family dynamics here, there's this weird thing that happens where if the mother doesn't like the daughter-in-law, the hate it runs deep. I get that, but towards your own son, it's a little. It took me unawares. Like it threw me into a loop that I can't necessarily get out of. But you know what? Watch the head. Like I said, there's a lot of inconsistencies in this film, but because of it was so amazing, we're going to keep it moving. There's something called Stockholm syndrome. Stockholm syndrome, from the word Stockholm. Stockholm is a city in Sweden. Once upon a time, there was a robbery. 4 people were held hostage. At the end of the robbery, those 4 persons refused to testify against their captors. For some weird reason, they developed a form of bond towards said captors in the midst of all of this chaos. That's what happened to this babe in this film. She has serious Stockholm syndrome. Because in this film, she too, at a time, she was kidnapped. Somehow, she has formed allegiance and become loyal to her captors. I've seen her in a couple of films, and she is brilliant. This babe did not break character one bit. You could not read her. You didn't even know where she was or where she wasn't. And she was so smart. Watch her. Again, this situation tend to happen. Remember Chibo girls kidnapped? Yeah? Remember that they started telling us that most of the girls started having kids for said men. I don't think most of the girls even started living said life. Like, I don't even think most of them will want to live again if you ask them to live, or if they had the opportunity to be rescued. Take me back to the Stockholm syndrome. It's a mind fuck. If without being in that situation, you cannot conceptualize it. But it happened because it happened to her, and it was played out in real time. Michael Electric, that man is a very smart, brilliant. I'm not surprised because I've heard him speak, and he has his wife Toyosi by his side. So of course, watch the heard. Nigeria police could never. Nigeria police would never. Nigeria police can never. Watch this film, you get what I'm saying? They will even encourage you to even go and pay. We wish only if we had such people in the force. For never for don't they by now. They portrayed the security agency in the best possible light. But you and I know they could never. They would never. They can never. Watch the herd. Such a beautiful film. That I met Murphyong and the wife. Yes, I'm going to include the wife because behind every great man there is a woman. This is a clear example of that. This project, beautiful, amazing film. Make sure you watch the herd. It's showing on Netflix. I promise you. Thank you very much for watching. I truly do appreciate. And Netflix for picking up this project. People know what you're doing. No, that's what they do.
They were all Igbo. All of them were all Igbo. From the leader to all the members. In fact, it just felt as if they did not allow any other tribe into their gang. Tribalism will not finish us in this country. So I saw a video of a lady complaining bitterly about the producer of this movie. She said the producer intentionally made this movie to make the Hausa, the Muslim, look bad. That why did he use Muslims as kidnappers? Why did he use a Hausa girl, a Muslim girl, as a kidnapper? Why were all the kidnappers Muslim? Well, this other movie is also about kidnapping. Let's go back to this movie. In this movie, the kidnappers were not only Muslim. The kidnappers were not only Hausa. There was a Yoruba guy there. The pastor was also a Yoruba guy. A Yoruba pastor. He had a church in this movie. Okay, back to this movie. This movie is also about kidnapping. In this movie, everybody that has to do with that kidnapping gang, they were all Igbo. All of them were all Igbo. From the leader to